Don't forget to follow us on social media for beautiful food and inspiration.
About your murder job to get you through the day. Planned Parenthood of the Air Force, killing kids that don't have names. Well, it's a dirty job, but we make somebody do it. Well, you probably won't get the joke unless you're on the crew. Just the refuse of all the stuff we like to do. So grow a pair. Of course it isn't fair. We fly death robot jets with bombs for balls that rain down from the air. Well, I know I mention drones a lot, but that's because I care. I feel your pain. Well, not really. I don't scrape civilians off the street or rich children down the drain. I don't rich children down the drain.
Roughies, that was Murder Job. We have never played that song on the show. We've played an old version of it, acoustic only, but that's from their upcoming album. There's a record release party. What's the date on that, Chip? Do you remember? It's around St. Patty's Day?
It's around St. Patty's Day.
And it'll be over here, right here in the city of Campbell at Motorpool. That'll be fantastic. Oh, shit.
It's going to be St. Patrick's Day weekend, I believe.
So I'm going to read the show in real quick. This is Local Love. We do the show live every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Pacific to, 10, sometimes beyond. Local music heads are always welcome to join. Go to echoplexmedia.com/panel, get your information, and please make sure your internet is okay when you join, because if you're like a second and a half behind, we're going to kick you off. I'm going to keep this music rolling here, though, because I got to bring Juan Maserati in via remote. So I got a brand new song by John Renna, formerly known as the Red Eye Jedi. This song is called Satellite, hot off his new album, which he didn't have his tags correct, so I forget the name of his new album. But everybody check out John Renna on Bandcamp, and we'll be right back.
ourselves left to blame. No matter how hard we try, all we can do is rise. We're searching for a way to enter this darkest days. Sought out answers that we find. A mountain can't be climbed. Don't look down now, 'cause we've gone too high. We might fall down, but we will survive. All the stars that should have crossed the sky will burn out, but I will be your light. I'm your satellite. Come with immense shame, setting fire to the flames. Lost inside a frame of mind, clinging on to our pride. There's nothing left to say to ease our untold pain. Wounds heal in due time, and with love by your side. Don't look down now, 'cause we've gone too high. We might fall down, but we will survive. All the stars that should have crossed the sky will burn out, but I will be your light. I'm your satellite. Don't look down, your satellite. Don't look down, your satellite. Don't look down, your satellite. I'm your satellite.
All right, we're back. That was John Renna off his new album. The song's called Satellite, and we didn't even introduce ourselves. I'm producer Dave. You can find me damn near anywhere, mostly pissing people off on Twitter. My in-studio co-host.
Oh, hey, I'm Chip DeVille. You can find me places too, usually at bars and restaurants and bothering people on Instagram. So,
And via remote.
Juan Maserati. Hello, folks.
Ooh, Juan, can you back off the gain on your mic just a hair? Like I said before, everybody's a critic. Everybody's a critic.
it's okay. That's part of the fun of doing this live is you never know what's going to happen.
Testing 1, 2.
Much better. Much better. You were coming in hot, as they say. Coming in hot.
Yeah, man.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, yes. Juan Maserati. I am keyboard player for Rebels Camp and Los Improviders.
Right on. Hey, I saw that you were just doing a studio session with Jay Turner. What was that all about?
Well, you know what it was? It was actually a visitation. We did a live set over at Dolores Park in San Francisco, which was pretty fucking cool.
That's awesome.
But what happened was after the set, this dude came by and invited us to his bus that he was riding around Dolores Park. He was driving around, and he said he had a studio in it. So we were like, "Oh shit!"
Okay, that's what I was seeing.
Yeah.
I mean, usually you're told not to get in the cars with strangers, but I guess that rule kind of, you get a pass in San Francisco, especially if it's a bus and there's a music studio inside it, you know.
Yeah, man. We walked in there, and lo and behold, there was this full-on music studio, and with a nice little lobby, or kind of like a chill spot in the back of the bus, and it was really cool, man.
That's crazy. So if anybody wants to kidnap me, now you know how. Just be like, come on into my car, little boy. I have a music studio in the back. It was cool. I did I did a show out in North Carolina, and the club had a bus an old school bus that they had converted into the green room. And that was the coolest thing I've ever seen done with a bus, but yours sounds cooler.
It was cool, man. I really, the whole day was just pretty amazing. With that was like going to Dolores Park was my first time, and it was just amazing to see all the young people there, just chilling, doing pretty much everything, like listening to music, doing a little football, frisbee action,
Eating
the whole 9
shrooms,
yards, eating shrooms.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and put a challenge out to you, Juan, as well as everybody else tuning in, listening, podcasting, whatever. You need to talk to Mr. Jay Turner and tell him to submit his music to Local Love.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I will pass the word, the good word. And
you people listening too, if you make music, or if you know somebody who does and they're from the greater Bay Area, go to echoplexmedia.com/submit. Figure out how to send your music over, because everything that is in our library, everything that gets played, not just on this show, but on the 24-hour stream, is all submitted by artists from the Bay.
Yeah, directly to us via email, and sometimes I'll admonish them about their tags. Yeah. So learn about ID3 tags too. If you're an independent artist, make sure you know about ID3 tags. Unless you send me wave files that are like master 7-1- I think this is done.wave. I'll put your tags on that one for you.
If it's a wave, you get a pass.
I'll put the tags on that shit for you. Well, cool. Were there a bunch of artists playing out there?
There was like a lot of people doing their thing. Like there was people bringing their instruments, playing, like a drum circle, the guitars and all sorts of musical instruments.
Was there any drum circles? I feel like there's always drum circles.
He said there was a drum circle.
Oh. There was a couple of people doing their drum circles thing. It was good.
Imagine that, a drum circle in a park just outside of the Castro. Imagine that.
Oh
yeah, man.
Hey, Juan, since we were having a little discussion in the chat, and I wanted to bring it on to the show, and this goes for you too, Dave.
All right.
Favorite pizza topping? You go first, Juan.
I would say right off the bat, mushrooms.
All right. Psychedelic or non-psychedelic?
Either or actually, yes.
All right, cool. Good answer. How about you, Dave?
It depends on the pizza joint. If it's like sort of like a kind of California style pizza joint, then you just cannot go fucking wrong with pepperoni.
Yeah.
But if it's like one of the more Italian kind of places, I like that. I like that fucking like that pizza with no sauce and cheese and like fresh tomato on it. That shit's good.
Man, so I've started something new with a lot of my pizzas. I learned it from a chef, but he actually, I mean, I'm pretty traditional too in the whole pepperoni sense, I guess, just generally. But if you take like a little bit of prosciutto, and I put like a mixed green salad on top and did a balsamic, a vinegar balsamic drizzle on it, freaking phenomenal. Like, I'm not kidding. Put a salad on your pizza and some of that drizzle. Oh my God. It's
La
amazing.
Pizzeria on Campbell Avenue has a pizza like that, but instead of the prosciutto, they use like some kind of cured beef, and it's got like arugula and then a little bit of balsamic and some shaved Parmesan on top. Oh, it's so good. I forget the name. It's called the Valtellina Pizza at a pizza.
We love those guys.
Yeah.
They just opened up their second location in Cupertino in the height of the pandemic. Good for them.
Yeah, shout out to that whole family. I was worried when Pino sold that place that it was going to go downhill, but they just kept right on going. The only thing that changed is they'll cut your pizza if you ask them.
Well, hey, do we have any songs about pizza? I know we got food metal, but I mean, like, do we have like any other songs? Like, if we just put pizza in the search,
No.
would anything? Okay, I'm gonna work on that.
All right. Well, what we do have is a song we've never played by Kevlar Knucklar, his solo project. He is of Mars Cantina, and he's also of, oh God, I love their fucking shit too. They have this song called Microwave Meltdown. What's the name of the other project? It's called Off World, but this is Kevlar Knucklar's solo project. It's electronic music, a little bit of guitar in it, and this one is called Pandemic 2, The Emergence, and it's featuring Ashley Apollodor. Don't know, but Kevlar is really cool. Been trying to get him on the show, and I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, this is a song called Pandemic 2, and we'll be right back.
Everything around me became suddenly unreal. Everything around me became suddenly unreal. As if in a dream. Unreal. As if in a dream.
Do you feel it?
With a purple pill. With a purple pill. With a purple pill, I'm never alone. 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 Alone.
fall.
with your heart and mind all the
All right, that was Kevlar Knucklar. It was Pandemic 2. The Emergence featuring Ashley. We'll go with Apollodor. If Kevlar, I don't think he's on Twitter. If he was, I'd say you should please nice tweet him about that song because that was very good. Very, very, some quality shit.
He's always posting funny shit on Facebook, though.
He is. He is.
Oh, cool. Aaron says he's going to pop on the next song.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, we're going to get Aaron Marquez's Sweet High Out coming in.
Fuck yeah.
Woo!
I think that means that we should probably play a Sweet High Out
Yeah,
song.
I'll queue up a Sweet High Out song. But
so.
between then and now, we'll do what's called content.
Oh, all right. Well,
Juan, do you have any content?
I was gonna actually refer to Chip DeVille for the content.
oh, fuck.
Oh shit, the buck got passed all the way
All right.
around.
Well, I actually do have. We kind of alluded to it at the very opening of the show, but St. Patty's Day weekend at Motorpool Automotive in Campbell. Once upon a time, long before the pandemic, there used to be shows at Motorpool, and that had kind of ceased for a while. And just recently, it's been decided that it is going to happen once again. And if you've ever been to one of these, it's great. It's basically a small town festival full of. It's basically like it's like a local love wet dream of musicians and music. Like, but the best part is going to be that the Ruffies will be our headliner. It will also be their album release party, and I don't know. It's gonna be great.
I'm just real glad we got Patty K drunk and he like sent us his fucking masters like way in advance of his record release party. We get to play him on the show. But we take that. If you send us your pre-release material, we do take that kind of seriously, and we don't add it to our 24-hour stream until your shit is actually released.
Yeah,
it only gets played on stream. But I've been rocking that. We've been playing that Everywhere's an Island song like kind of a lot. It might give Periscope boomers a run for its money on this channel. One of the people said, "Oh, that song's pretty good, but it's no boomers," and I was like, "Great, I'll forward your feedback to Patty K."
Well, that's one thing that's kind of cool about all the music we play. It's got a little bit of something for everybody. I mean, we got everything from like the folky like dad music to like, you know, like grunge metal, and like we got some like 80s hair bands and
God, that's my shit right there.
Dude, we've got hip hop, we've got electronic, we got fucking everything, man.
Were you here when the Gundacker people
yeah.
were you here when the Gundacker people were here and they told us it was totally fine to call their music butt rock?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if this is okay, but I'd call it butt rock, and they're like, it's totally fine if you call it that. That's the vibe we're going for, actually.
It's the era that we're from, man. Yeah.
It's hair metal.
Gundacker.
Dave Gundacker is a cool fucking guy. I had a great interview with him. It was his first time doing a remote interview, and he was kind of concerned, but he was, you know, on his laptop mic and stuff, but he had headphones in and closed the door of a room. And his kids didn't make too much noise outside of there, so it was a great interview listening to him. He's been in bands for a long time, so listening to him talk about kind of where he'd been in the scene, where he'd been like when he lived other places and whatnot, was really interesting. And he didn't like he didn't do what some people do, which is just fucking ramble. He kept it nice and tight. It was a great interview, a lot of back and forth. Two of the best interviews I have ever done, I think, for Local Love have been during the pandemic. One of them was Dave Gundacker, and the other one was Dan Votto of Art Boutique.
Oh, cool.
I was concerned about that interview with Dan Votto until he started talking about how his like involvement in the comic book scene, and then it was just like, this is stuff I don't even know about. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm interested in it, but it's not my scene. So I was able to ask kind of almost like dumb questions like from the point of view of somebody who doesn't know about it. So I feel like the audience got more information that way versus like if you're talking to somebody about something you both understand, a lot of times you leave the context out.
I get what you mean there. Yeah. So it's you know, I totally get what you mean. You know, you're all learning, you and your audience.
Well, yeah, it's just that if I'm interviewing somebody who's doing exactly the kind of content we are on the other shows, we're just going to gloss over a lot of shit and kind of take for granted that each other knows it. But that doesn't mean the audience knows it, and that's a really shitty interview style. That's why the most popular podcasters talk to somebody about nothing for 3 hours. I guess I could never do that though. I keep my
true crime.
I keep my interviews to fucking 45 minutes. I don't care who you are. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Never be famous. Never be famous.
Well,
Yeah, for 3 hours. Can you believe that? Damn.
I mean,
Long ass time.
tonight we're going into an hour from now. We'll have been streaming for 3 hours, but we'll have done 2 whole ass podcasts an hour from now.
Right.
The other night, I forget what night it was. I streamed for 8.5 hours and it didn't even feel like it. I think it was this past Wednesday,
What?
like
Whoa.
7 to 3:30 in the morning or some shit.
Damn.
It just kept coming because people kept rating me and shit, and we just kept making money. And I was like, well, I'll stay up. I ain't really got anything that important to do tomorrow. Fuck. So speaking of which, if you're listening to the podcast, you only check out Local Love. That may be for the best, depending on how you view the world. But we do have other shows. We got Monday Night. Media Wench does Meltdown Monday. That's a great show. Gives me a night off, and she does a great job on that. She's brought new people into the fold with that show. Wednesday night, we had the Intellectual Dollar Tree. We make fun of obviously the smartest people on Twitter. We got Thursday night, we do Cults and the Satanic Panic. We watch a bunch of 80s VHS shit, talk about Scientology, talk about moral panics ranging from the original Satanic Panic in the 70s and 80s, Y2K, the rap music panic that people had. The gangster rap is going to get you. We've talked about that. Friday night, we do Conspiracy Bingo, which is exactly what it sounds like. Saturday night, we do Catterday, which is Catterday. And Sunday night's the big show. It's our coverage of the news of the week. So make sure you check out all of our podcasts. Not all of those things get released as podcasts, but those are all live shows. You should check them all out. Join the Now Space. Thank you for the follow. That would be Xtube with Face. I don't know what that means, but I like your name, Xtube with Face. If you could explain your name during this next song.
I think I got an idea.
Oh, now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a pretty cool.
That's a good screen name.
That's great. People have funny screen names.
Good job.
Congratulations
Bravo.
to all of you on your screen names. I'm going to rock this song. It's my favorite Sweet Haya song. It's called Gentle Lies, and I do believe we have Aaron from Sweet Haya going to be joining us after this song plays.
You call yourself far from amazing. You call yourself a passing good time. You call yourself a hired gun. And you like to call yourself the devil's best. Whoa, 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 whoa. yourself far from amazing. You call yourself a passing good time, good time, good time.
That's my favorite Sweet Highest song. That's Gentle Lies.
I love that.
We got two new people joining us. Let's the person who isn't on this network a couple other days a week, why don't you introduce yourself first, man?
Hey, my name is Aaron. I'm from Sweet High, and I'm pretty much in the chat all the time. Late at night.
Yeah, the crossing the streams, we call it, crossing the streams.
Yeah.
Hey man, how's your thumb doing, man? How's your
In next week I will have my second surgery, so hopefully that fixes my finger, and we'll be on track from there.
Yeah, man, good luck. I know that you really love music, and I know that's been probably kind of weighing on your, I don't believe in a soul, but weighing on your soul, like
My consciousness, it definitely does. And then it's been a weird musical year because I haven't been playing in Sweet High technically bass. I've just been around, and I've been learning Logic and just making music that way pretty much for the last little while.
How's that been going?
Yeah, send us some of that, even if it's incomplete. Or actually, if it's incomplete, don't, because I know how that is.
No, I have stuff up on the SoundCloud and stuff, like just floating out in the universe.
Yeah, we'll play it. We'll definitely play it. Zap it on over to us.
Zap it to us so we can play it on the Echoverse.
I'll do it.
All right.
Yeah, the Echo Cloud. We actually do have the Echo Cloud. Right now, it's been hot.
Get anything fancy for me, just an MP3 with nothing on it.
Just put your ID3 tags on it so I don't show up at your house. All right.
Yeah, you can show up at my house. That's fine.
Oh, actually, you'd be like, oh shit, I didn't know you knew where I lived, but that's fine. Welcome. Do you want to appear?
You can help me figure out all this stuff that I don't know with the computers here.
So, the gal on the stream bringing us that feminine energy. The only one here who needs no introduction. Probably do the best job of introducing yourself, though. What's up?
Well, instead of introducing myself, I'm just going to go ahead and give a shout out to Aaron Marquez, who, without even prompting, comes in hot with the red theme.
Dude, look at that, right?
Wait. I guess it's kind of, I tried a little-ish bit.
Matched it up just like you've been doing this the whole time. I love it.
To be fair, Aaron lives in the chat here, and
a channel over at Freems. That's twitch.tv/Freems.
Oh, could somebody shout out Freems in the chat?
I told us like 3 or 4 times, as is proper.
Yeah, can somebody shout out Freems in the chat? So, Aaron basically lives in the chat, and pardon me if I'm incorrect. I believe I was speaking to your girlfriend outside of the Sweet Highest show, and she didn't even
my wife.
Oh, your wife. See, I said correct me if I'm wrong. She didn't even seem to mind that you spend so much time in my chat, which seems a little weird because most people's spouses are like, why are you hanging out in that weird part of the internet?
Because she knows that I'm weird and I'm into. I'll be telling her stuff. She goes, "Why do you know this?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just know things."
She's like, "You're watching too much of that. You're watching too much Dave." She's like,
"Yeah,
touch some grass, dude."
At this time, though, that's what's perfect. She goes to bed early.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go.
Now
Some
space.
people play video games. Some people tune into Echoplex Media. We
Yep, that's true.
we
I do
prefer the
both.
latter.
Yeah, Aaron, the same.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks for joining this evening. You're welcome to join any local love as long as we don't have a formalized interview, but no pressure. I don't know. Maybe you enjoy watching more. Maybe you're, I don't know. You got a good setup though. You sound good. You look good. So.
Oh, thanks. You know, trying over here so that way Sweet High has some good Zoom shows and stuff that's happened a lot throughout the year. Getting some nice private corporates think people want to do Zoom music shows. We're like, okay, pay us, we'll do it, and I figured out how to make it work. So
in the event of a Zoom music show, like, how do you work it? Is everybody are all the different band members mic'd, and then you've got to go into an audio interface, or like, how do you make that happen?
Bought a Zoom L12 board or something like that, so we use that to mix the whole band. And then from there, what I do is I take that to our Scarlett and I plug it in left and right, and then that audio and everything works from there. And I just run it through OBS, and we're good to go.
That's fucking
very
baller,
simple
dude.
setup, and it sounds perfect. The band sounds great.
I've seen some of your guys' live streams, and yeah, it's. I always wonder about that, because you see some bands trying to do live streams and it's trash, not like their actual talent, but their stream. And then you guys figured it out pretty fucking quick. So good on you.
Yeah, that was Devin worked on the audio part and I did the video part, and then we just combined the two, and it actually worked. And we're like, oh my god, it worked. This is great.
I mean, I have to imagine it was test, go back and like you hit record instead of stream, test, go back and watch, test, go back and watch, test.
OBS test, yeah. Especially to get syncing things up, and he can hear the master audio through the headphones, so we know what it's going to sound like. It's just making it not clip and stuff, the little things like that. But it's super easy, and I mean, it's easy if you're like our kind of band where we're not gonna like blow your ears out with distortion and stuff. We're gonna, we have a lot of energy, but it's brought in a different way. So that way, everything mixed through that board is very simple, and then we put a little reverb on the hell and everything, and we're good to go.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
Do you guys have any content online, or like any videos that you've made that listeners can check out, viewers can check out?
Yeah, go to our YouTube. There's stuff on there. We've been trying to get the YouTube going. I know coming up we're going to be doing some stuff, and since I won't be able to play, I will be recording stuff with the camera that I'm using for the stream. So
nice.
Cool. Aaron, post a link in the chat, man.
Yeah, definitely. I'll do that.
And another thing is, if
check it
it's
out.
not like a corporate event where it's private or whatever, let us know, and we can probably set something up so you can simulcast it to our channel. I feel like our chat would and if we make any money during that, we'd be happy to forward it to you. So
that'd be cool. Yeah, definitely. It's just hard with everyone like having lives outside. It's like to gather everyone besides for band practice, because Tuesdays that's usually what I'm doing. Band practice here at the house till right about when this starts, and then I eat dinner and hang out with my wife if she's up.
Man,
band practice is Thursday, so I got to hang out with you guys today.
We've spoken to so many bands that like practice on Tuesday. I feel like Tuesday is just like the notoriously like most convenient night to have practice.
this show's like band practice.
Almost, yeah.
Y'all ain't doing nothing.
Well, cool. One of the things about I talk about this all the time, but I just want to give a shout out to a lot of the local artists. One of the things that happened in the pandemic was a bunch of different local artists kind of up their production game in order to like play and connect with their audience. And I feel like without COVID, maybe there wouldn't have been a need to do that. And now some of the bands are coming out of COVID, if we ever come out of fucking COVID, with like a whole new thing in their toolkit. Like if you show up at a venue and you find out they have fiber internet and you can bring a couple cameras and a fucking laptop and spit that shit out into the world while it's happening, and it's not too much trouble and the venue owner isn't annoyed by it. That's a huge bonus if you've connected with people outside of the Bay Area through what you've been doing streaming and whatnot. And I think that I remember doing the Sofa Fest, and it was the first one we did really well. Oh my God. Oh my God. We had like fucking like 15,000 unique hits like during that, because we were the place to go, because we were live, right? We'd be the show, the artist would stop, and then me and the media wench might take a call from them or interview them or just play a bunch of tunes and shoot the shit. And so I feel like if the scene were to get together and do another one of those now with the bands that have like really put that down on lock, and you got just a couple people who are able to host and kind of stitch everything together, it would be like a fantastic concert that people could watch at home, you know? Just getting everybody together and have the same date. And yeah, I don't know. I'd have the media wench do it because I'm really smart, but nobody likes me. So,
by the way, that was a technological achievement for doing that back then, using open source software to broadcast that. Man, it was.
Oh, look at Juan hitting that open source.
You went for hours, right? You went like for a couple of hours of streaming that day.
Was it a 6 hour show?
It was a 6 hour show and the channel was live the whole time. Whereas the other people, you had to jump back and forth between different Facebook lives or YouTube lives or whatever. And it was like harder for the viewer.
It'd be so much easier if they had a Twitch channel and just had the bands connect like we are doing with us right now. It'd be so easy. Like if the band was here, we could play you a show right now.
You know what's amazing is I have a recording of Juan where there's different settings for this software that we use to connect. Where if you're on like a wired connection, have a strong internet, I can open up all the bandwidth so that you're sending me uncompressed like a wave file of your set as it happens.
That's cool.
And you can check out on our Odyssey channel because we got kicked off of YouTube. Juan Maserati playing, and it fucking sounded like he recorded that shit and sent it to me. I was blown away. We had tested it, and shout out to the guy from Video Ninja. His name's Steve Seguin for helping us out with that and basically answering any of my questions when I have them. And because I sent it to him, and he's like, "That turned out better than I expected."
I barely knew what the hell I was doing. But on top of that, I was like trying to get it all in.
Actually, that first song you played, you should do some work on that song and make that into a song. That fucking, I forget what it was about, the internet and connectivity and stuff. It was very good. But yeah, if we were to do a concert, I'd do it over Video Ninja and just make sure everybody had like a wired connection. And then, I don't know, I'd have to make sure everybody that co-hosts has a wired connection too. Because the way that works is if your connection gets a little froggy, but you're trying to send me uncompressed audio and video, it just cuts. It's like, fuck you, I can't do this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got wires running all over the house, and I got a 50-foot cable coming to connect the Ethernet to my computer and everything.
Yeah. Oh, for streaming, the most important thing you can do, if at all possible, an Ethernet cable. Absolutely.
100%. Definitely. Hey, I want to make a demand, because I've had this song stuck in my head all day, and I just want to hear it like in full.
Oh, God.
Hey, Bay, Alvy and the Breakfast Pigs.
I thought you were going to ask for Acid and Fapping.
No, I mean, we could do that too as a segue into Hey Bay. Why not, right? We got a double track back to back. We got Acid and Fapping and Hey Bay.
LSD, fap, acid and fapping, fapping and acid, acid, fapping, fapping and acid, fap, 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 acid. Thank you, that song is called Acid and Fapping.
44 O'Shaughnessy 2, California.
Trying to make some music, playing rock and roll. I don't really care, I'm out of control. Living
past and I don't care. Feeling that the future look like nowhere. Understand it is what it is to get beat. Trying to push, trying to keep on my feet. Cause I can. No, you can. Yes, I can. No, you can. Yes, you can. No, you can't. Yes, 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 I can. The city lights been affecting my church and all last night until now. Think to do what I want. You don't know. Why don't you tell them the truth? Yeah.
Alvy and the Breakfast Pigs, Hey Bay, which was preceded by the Wyatt Act with Acid and Fapping. You're on Local Love on echoplexmedia.com, and I have taken over the show.
This is fantastic.
So
yes,
buckle up your seatbelts and unbuckle your pants.
Oh, shit.
Producer Dave's favorite part of the show is when Producer Dave is no longer driving.
Well, I am drunk driving, so this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, he just drank 2 of these fucking things in like 40 minutes.
I got here, okay. Like Dave texted me earlier. He's like, "Hey, we're good on energy drinks, but can you bring vodka?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I can." So I did. And then since before the show started, I was like, "I'm gonna go make Dave a cocktail," because usually, you know, we wait until the show started. I was gonna be proactive. I come in there with 2 cocktails. And he's like, "I already got one." So I'm like, "Well, fuck it. I'm gonna drink 2." And now we're here. So welcome to Local Love. How you doing, Media Wench?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. I heard that you had a really good stream on Meltdown Monday.
I did.
Yeah.
Monday was a great show. I really would like to give a shout out to last Thursday's show, though. I think producer Dave and I had the most fun on Thetans and Satans.
Last Thursday was great.
Yeah, it was a good show. That was a good show.
It was very, very
and I
good.
helped.
And I helped.
Aaron was in the chat too. Aaron helped.
We talked a lot about we watched an Adrian Curry video. We watched Crime Pays a Botany Doesn't, and he was in the Redwoods looking at mushrooms, which was fucking fantastic. And then we ended with some Betty Washam. Betty Washam was having a panic attack at the Bass Pro Shop, and then she showed everybody.
Wait, that's the lady with the southern accent and a lot of makeup, right?
Which one?
Betty Washam. Is she the one that does like those weird makeup tutorials?
No, that's
Ada Curry. Yeah.
So Betty Washam, she has her own soundboard.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, she has her own. There's a long story with her. She either likes or does. She really does not like us, or like loves us and thinks that we fixed her life. But she had this weird. I don't know. I guess she was getting married and she was freaking out because she got a ring and then she got a water and then it was made of ice and she was freaking out about that. And then she went outside and it was snowing and then she said the snow was beautiful. And
excuse me, I bought a bottle of water and instead I got ice.
No, that shit was funny.
Water.
That shit was top notch.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's what.
I mean, am I researching for myself?
Oh wow, she sounds fun. She sounds like a whole lot of fun.
I had to learn this shit, and it was not easy.
Damn.
Wait, do you got your own soundboard over there, Ashley?
ECHOPLEX.
Yes, we got a shout out from a Looney Tune. Hell yeah!
Well, that video, she threw a couple slurs my way.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like the gay F word or what?
Yeah.
Oh well, she's a cunt.
That's also a yester word, I thought.
Oh, cunt is a yester word? No,
Yes, I think so.
Cunt is such a great word.
I think it's probably a yester
I'm
word,
like
at least in
technically
America.
British. I got my DNA test back. I'm like hella British, so I think I'm allowed to say cunt. I'm pretty sure.
I think it might be a yester word on Twitch.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Twitch. We love you. All right.
But yeah, so Betty Washam gives me a lot of credit now for deprogramming her, and now she really likes me.
But you didn't deprogram shit. You just did a stream with her that was very funny.
Yeah. And I told her, I said, you got to stop doing the political. She kind of did stop doing the political stuff. Now she's just hella basic and does true crime shit, which is fine. That's good middle-aged lady, crazy lady stuff. It moves her more into the harmless and not. What's it on the scale, on the block scale, Dave? Harmless and silly, or harmless and whatever.
I forget. Oh, I should release that again.
We need to republish the
we have never put it out for release, but we should put it out for peer review, actually. Our chart of, because we could add a few people to it, right? We'll add Jordy Pete.
No.
We'll have to make the blocks smaller. Anyway, this is Local Love. We play local music. What you got, Chip?
I'm going through like some of our zero plays, trying to see if there's anything that I recognize that just hasn't been. You know what? A long time ago, we got introduced to a lovely, amazingly talented artist who, I mean, a lot of the world actually also knows. But this is Cat Robo-Show. And this song in particular. Oh, wait. I fucked up, of course. Anyways, she does this show called The Misfit Cabaret. And I figure we should probably do something from her. So I thought I had something already and I didn't.
Play the Elephant song. That song's hella good.
All right.
You just
Elephant song it is.
You just had it highlighted a second ago.
This is the Elephant song.
That song's hella good.
By Cat Robo-Show and the Darling Misfits. And we will be right back. And you will be right there. Unless you suck.
Maybe.
On the day of the elephant, I looked up to the sky and wondered why I could not see the sunrise. At the risk of intelligence, I opened up my eyes and saw with clarity the consequences. And it ripped a gaping hole in my soul, and it snuffed out all the dreams when I was young. And little girls are taught someday their prince will come, that they're entitled to a life that's better than their moms, but wind up with a man just like their dad. In the wake of the aftermath, severed from the womb I cry, a screaming infant blinking in the light. I gotta wish I could take it back like a tacky horror film, back to the moment when I was alive. And it's 7 sorry years I'm never getting back. So far along and yet so far off track. I hate the genius after the fact, and it's never better in the second act. Oh, is there anybody listening, or am I truly talking to myself? So typical. Oh, isn't everybody wishing they could be somebody better than themselves? Well, if ignorance is bliss, turn your head and make a wish and sing a la 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 la. I'll never get never enough of. And here we are with a sorry lot, wanting more than what we've got, never living in the present, always on.
along, everybody. Let's go.
It's like, no, fuck off.
That was the Elephant Song by Cat Robo Show and the Darling Misfits. If you're not following them on any of the socials, start to.
Oh, Twitter. I'm trying to build up all these artists' Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter. Follow her on Twitter, please.
She puts on a show called the Misfit Cabaret. It started out in San Francisco, but now she does it in like other cities and other states too. But this is local love, so we're talking about San Francisco right now. But I mean, such a mind fuck of a show. It's great for all ages, but at the same time, it probably isn't.
Just depends who and what age. Like,
but
my kids go.
Yeah, I mean,
yep, they've been to now.
Were your kids there when that one lady was hanging from her piercings? Because that was fucking. That I still get like chills from that.
No, she hasn't been to they haven't been to a summer one. We usually go to the Christmas one. It's kind of become our little tradition now.
Aww.
Yeah, and the Christmas the Christmas one's definitely more tame.
No, the lady in the teacup that sprinkles glitter all over her pasties she still does the show, but which makes it even more kind of awkward because we get the VIP tables, so we're like right in front.
I love her. I love the lady with the glitter. Aaron, have you ever been to a Cat Robichaux show?
No, I have
you
not.
Absolutely should. Night out with you.
It sounds like my wife would have a great time at one of those. That's like right down her alley. People hanging from piercings and
yeah. No, it's a great show. Absolutely go.
Dude, it is something else. I've gone to 3 of them, and each one was thoroughly entertaining.
We should go to one this summer.
I'm super down. Like, you don't even have to ask. You just have to tell me. You just be like, "Hey, bitch, this is happening," and I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Give Jarrah Monster a break from going with me.
Like, he minds. That shit's amazing when you're talking about.
I'm super happy to give anybody a break to go to a show.
In large crowds, but he wants to go with me because he knows that I love it, and so he wants to participate. And he likes Cat. He likes the show. It's the 450 other people in the audience that he has a problem with.
Dude, that's my favorite part.
Their existence.
I don't even care. Is there 400 people in a theater somewhere? I don't care what the fuck they're there for. Are they there for a book burning? Well, great. I could.
Well, and then if you're there with the VIP ticket, I mean, at least those other 450 people are behind you. So,
True.
I mean, if you're if you're a paranoid sort, and you're like, well, shit, I just showed up a place and now there's 450 people behind me.
I guess you have a point there.
He's not paranoid. He just gets very anxious and crowd. He doesn't like big groups.
Oh, that's odd because he's a big motherfucker.
See, that's why I love like podcasting and shit like this.
People always find him first.
I love all I love doing broadcasting and stuff like this because I don't have to really make eye contact with anybody. Not any of you that I'm talking to now.
There's no
not
pressure.
any of the fucking audience. I don't have to make eye contact with a single person, and I love that.
So what's going on? What's going on here is you have to. We want you to talk in the mic, and we don't care if you look into the camera.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, I don't mind being in big crowds. In fact, one of the reasons I was like make fun is like, well, at least I have bright pink fucking hair and tattoos and look all fucking crazy because people notice me first before they notice you now.
I mean, Jarrah Monster is very, very tall, but
yeah, he's 6'7". So
you know what would make me nervous is being in a crowd of people as tall as Jarrah Monster. Actually,
see, I'm a bass player. I can hide in plain sight in any crowd, so I'm okay with being in a crowd.
I hella get that. I hella get that.
Walking around with like Jarrah Monster and his brothers is like what was that the little girl's name in Game of Thrones? The fucking
Hermione? I don't know. I don't watch that show.
No. The little anyway.
Did she ride a horse?
No, she didn't. Well,
the sword
she did.
chick. I know who you're talking about.
If she didn't ride a horse, then we cool. We cool. I hate fucking people that ride horses on TV shows. It's irrational. Don't judge me.
It's the most random shit. Okay,
Dave calls those shows Men on Horses.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even distinguish between any of them. It's like it could be Game of Thrones, it could be Vikings, it could be Wheel of Time. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's some witchy shit I don't like. All right. Like, I know the witchy people I know love those kind of shows. That's some witchy shit I don't like.
Night Vale, Chip.
What?
Night Vale, Lords of Night or Knights of Night Vale, the fucking Valensaro.
Oh, you know what?
Yes,
Okay.
Start typing Night Vale.
Yeah, we've got you.
I love that.
All right.
One of my
Yes.
favorites.
This is the best left Twitch panel happening tonight, everybody, by the way. Invite your friends.
All right.
Yeah, definitely come join.
All right. We're going to play Night Vale by Valensaro. And then when we get back, I've got more questions for our special guest tonight, Mr. Aaron Marquez from Sweet Haya. Stay tuned.
Oh, you! You over there in the corner.
What, me?
Yes, you. I'm not talking to anybody else.
What do you want?
You looking for trouble?
Why, no, I'm just trying to enjoy an ale.
Are you looking over here? And I'm over here. You know where you are, boy? You're in Night Vale. So if you're looking for trouble, you'll fucking find it.
What was ours?
Yeah, that's right. What was that?
I don't want any trouble.
Kick him in the face. He's
I
being
don't want
a
any
fucking
trouble. No,
asshole.
stop.
Sail on the open sea for the violence left to the farthest port. We will drink all the air with the men of Night Vale. We want more. Drunk and fights in the streets at night. Because we are gold. It seems so wrong, but it feels so right. We'll drink the vodka from the Bristleberry treasures in the chest. Drink until the drunk's on the floor. We're the men of Night Vale. We want more. Sail on the open sea from the wireless pub to the farthest port. We will drink all the air with the men of Night Vale. We want more. Follow the call of the drunken lord. The sails are tied up on a nasty ship, sailing tail the moon. We roundly strong, we roundly hot. The rum is good, so kill the bar. But his open take is gold. 'Cause the sausages are getting cold. Sail on the open sea from the wireless pub to the farthest port. We will drink all the air with the men of Night Vale. We want more. Give me all your gold.
No, move your fucking ass. I'm drunk. I'm playing piano.
Drunk and fights in the streets at night. It seems so wrong, but it feels so right. We'll drink the vodka from the Bristleberry treasures in the chest. Drink until the drunk's on the floor. Hold on. I'm okay. Sail on the open sea from the wireless pub to the farthest port. We will drink all the air with the men of Night Vale. We want more.
Yeah, that was Valensaro with
Down.
Night Vale, KNIGHTVEIL.
So I implored the chat to like, is anybody still here? And then I got 3 responses. So the answer is yes.
All
the
right.
answer is anybody here? And the answer was 3.
You know, I have a Valentine story from one of their last shows. In the metal world, I've seen a lot of things, but I've never seen a crowd get down and row a boat.
That shit was dope. I was there too. Yeah.
Wait,
Amazing.
like digitally or like
No,
in
no,
an
no.
actual show?
No, this is. Do you remember a time when you could go to a show and be shoulder to shoulder with people and nobody had to wear a mask?
Yeah.
Yeah, this happened then.
It was at
The X Bar.
Homestead Bowl,
Yeah,
X Bar.
Yeah.
So,
And it was fucking, oh yeah. Instead of a mosh pit, it was a row pit.
Yeah, it was great. It was one of the best things
I
I've
have
ever
it on video. I would have to go digging through my Google photos, but I think I have that.
please
That's
post that to our page. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Post
I
a
will
link
go
to it in
dig-
Discord right now, and then we'll challenge Chip to like make that thing play on the show. We'll do a little red light challenge for Chip. Be like, hey, here's a link. Play this on the show.
That's a good challenge.
Well, hey, Aaron, you had mentioned earlier that you've been since the injury and surgery and all that shit, you've been dabbling more on the production realm of things. Like, what's the style of music you've been making?
I don't know how to explain it.
That's kind of what I figured you'd say.
I just on Logic, it's so easy to make music. You just create a drummer, and then from there, I just find a bunch of synths and pads and layers, and I just make weird music.
What tempo?
Sometimes it's mostly in like the 90, 95, like 80s, kind of like slower. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. That's all I can say. But it's fun.
Is it something that you would like jam along with, or is it like?
It depends on the way I made the song. Sometimes I use actual bass. Sometimes it's just me layering things over each other in like choruses and verses. Mm-hmm. Sometimes a bridge. Just exploring Logic and all the sounds it has, and then downloading. I just downloaded this bass free plugin for bass, and it sounds like a real bass. It's the best thing ever. Like I'm like, oh my god, this sounds really good. That's the first track I'll send. That one with that bass. Most of it is sent with the synth bass that I found, and then the bridge is the only time I play actual bass in the song.
So I'm going to try to drive this conversation in the direction of a disco song by Sweet High at about 128 beats a minute.
I'm down.
No,
when my finger works, I could do it.
Do it,
man. So I know that we're like a total open source software network and program, but I've actually gotten to go inside of the recording studio where Apple records a lot of their instruments for like their digital instruments. Like they do the actual. My friend's husband works at Apple Music, and so like for my birthday, he was just like, "You want to see something really cool?" And he took me to the music studio. It's just in this totally unassuming building, but you walk in, and it's everything you would kind of imagine like the most perfect music studio would be.
Wow! Was there a bong?
No. Okay. It was almost perfect. It was almost perfect. There was no weed there whatsoever, and I'm pretty sure I would have been harshly judged if I had started smoking weed there.
Wow, man.
But man, it was kind of cool to be like, wow, this is where they recorded that one sound.
Did you get to feel like, I'm sorry, real quick, did you get to feel like there was like you could record an orchestra in that place?
Oh yeah.
It was awesome.
It was something else.
You know how there was like always that
out in the chat for everybody.
Remember that one foghorn or some shit that was in electronic? Yeah. Like I want to figure out what room they recorded that shit in.
the most overused sound by all DJs.
And then like radio hosts started using it to make fun of whack ass DJs. Once radio hosts once like the AM, like once the drive time radio starts making fun of your DJ shtick, maybe it's time to like look at some other kind of music and figure out something
DJ
else.
Sloppy Joe with your drive home. You know? Man. Yeah, morning shows that use that sound effect too.
That's funny, actually. They're making fun of whack ass DJs.
Now I'm gonna have to like send you over. I have that sound effect. I'll email you over that sound effect to add to the soundboard.
I'm never putting that on. We're never doing that. Like that. You know what? That thing costs fucking. If you want me to hit the weird horn button once, you have to send us $140. I'll put it on the soundboard, but you have to like. You have to like 140 PayPal me, like or Venmo or something. I better see some 140. Otherwise, you will never hear this on this show.
All right. Well,
but then after you do that, it doubles. Then it's 280 to hear it again, and then it keeps doubling.
That's actually a pretty good pyramid scheme you got going there. Well, hey,
nobody wants to hear that sound.
What if the whole Now Space gathers together to give you that money? Would you play it?
Mm-hmm.
Each of them pays that. Then we have the most ballin' studio.
But then next time it's double. Like
it's keep going up. Okay,
next time it's double.
All right. Well, here's somebody else who does not use that foghorn sound. It's Dirtbag Dan with an old classic, "Foolish Girl." We'll be right back.
I remember thinking she's the one for me, and she can have anything that she want from me. Little snake in the grass, shaking her ass, and then taking the cash and making a dash of friends. Ends. I might have burned on a bird, but your boy was young. Sometimes you gotta learn things first. And damn if I didn't learn that. And I swore I seen her later, she was getting burned back then. Abracadabra, years down the road, she trying to capture my gaze from the stage front row. Oh, she said she heard I was about to blow. Let's go, take me home. I knew it was on. I had her pay for A couple $100, told her wait right here till a cab pulls up, cold jetted on a beezy. When she got to the curb, she flipped me the bird, and I was laughing saying these words. Look, I was young, really didn't know. Trying to turn a hoe into something more. The sex was great, this the type of chick that I could date for sure. She gives brain like a grade A pro. So I showed up to a house party, heard she was here. Head out to the backyard trying to get a beer. Seen her come out of the bathroom, lipstick smeared. Two dudes behind her, grins ear to ear. Ouch. Years later, she hit me up on Facebook. Said without a beard, she can't remember how my face looks. I told her gravy, I'm shaving as we speak. Send your boy a tweet, and we'll get up later this week. I hit the homeboy beat, explain the plan. You can get some trim, just pretend to be Dan. And right after you finish, when you're ready to go, just say, hey, the name's Pete Ho. Dan says hello. Something they can't grab, so the concept of no is something they can't grasp. If you would take the time to think, it won't last. Every time you have it a drink, you're smashed. Always trying to find a link to your past. Oh, what's the fact? I think that you're trash. Past that, I know a lot more. I don't fuck around when I go out on tour. Wifey here holding me down, and I'm sure she don't want me hanging around with some whore. Yeah, right. Once more, I don't got time to think about the past with the future on my mind. I mean, it's hard to find a woman you could trust in the world, and I won't mess it up for a foolish little girl. I'm on to better things.
That was Dirtbag Dan on Local Love. What's up? I'm live broadcasting right now, as well as live Instagramming.
Oh, I thought
right
you were
now.
shopping. You just put your phone out.
Yeah, I'm on Amazon right now. You know, fuck yeah.
Media Wins, did you see him put his phone out like he was shopping without a mask?
He's got his Prime account.
Put your phone out again.
Oh, I just closed it down.
Yeah, like that. Like that. Yeah. That's how you go shopping without a mask, is with your phone out.
Right.
Hey, everybody, we were live on Instagram.
Ooh.
We were live on Instagram during the break.
That was pretty great. I'm just trying to I'm trying to promote awareness of what we're doing here.
Trying to raise awareness.
You know, even though I post about it and shit and nobody really listens to me. What the fuck is it about the Bay Area music scene that makes it so hard to support?
Dude, you know what, at this point, I think this is the problem is us. I'm not going to lie.
That's okay. It's probably the same reason why I'm single. So
the problem is Facebook and getting off and putting people on Instagram. And getting people to go on to YouTube to find your, get that stuff is, and getting content like.
Oh, we don't have the YouTube problem.
Oh, YouTube is horrible, but whatever.
That's fine. They told us we weren't welcome there anymore. So
have you ever thought about?
I watched that day. It was sad.
Have you ever thought about putting Echoplex Media on a porn site, but not posting any porn, just posting your regular content?
We should do that on Pornhub.
We should.
We should definitely find a porn site.
Why not? Right?
Those cam sites? Do any of them just take an RTMP?
Yeah, I really think that we could probably get away with it. And somebody that's out there trying to just jerk off to something random. Also, might randomly scroll. Are they talking about chemtrails? Oh, this is my shit.
No, being able to open the show and be like, "Hey, welcome Twitch viewers, welcome live listeners on the Icecast, welcome people on Odyssey. I'm sorry you can't find a date, and welcome people on pornlive.xyz or something." Yeah, absolutely, that's hella funny. Because some
Echoplex Media on Pornhub. Yeah.
Some people would think it was a joke. And that's why it's funny.
But you know that some of them would go there just out of curiosity.
No, I just feel like we could.
I drop this link of people rowing in a mosh pit at the X Bar.
Yes.
God, that was so great.
You put it in the chat?
Where do you want? You want it in the chat?
Yeah, put it in the chat so the people that are live with us can find out about it, and the people that are listening to the podcast
challenge was for you
can
to
wonder.
play it.
Oh, the challenge is for like the post game. Chip, you want to read us out and go to the post game?
All right. Well, you have been listening to Local Love, which is a community-based show.
This is all lies.
Based.
I mean, okay. Community is a very broad term in this particular gesture. But
Listen, I already call myself a wench. You don't need to call me a broad too.
Oh my god! I just can't win.
The fucking people are getting restless, and it's still you're still trying to read the show
They're
out.
getting rowdy, my lord. All right, cool. So this has been Local Love. It is a part of. I'm just gonna mute everybody else. Fuck y'all. All right, this has been Local Love on EchoFlexMedia.com. This show is live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Pacific until whenever the fuck we decide to stop it. But it is all music from Bay Area artists that have submitted their music, and you can either listen to this podcast, you can tune in live, or if you just want to listen to music and not our fucking voices, go to the Echoplex Media radio stream, which is at echoplexmedia.com/radio. You can request any of the songs that you've liked on this podcast. You can just listen to the stream at random. But either way, it's totally interactive, and be sure you tell your friends, especially the ones that make music. You can tell your other friends too, because we need listeners and we need followers, and we're just narcissists. But yeah, tell your friends that make music too. I don't know. Am I missing anything, Ashley?
No, I don't think so. We're good.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna have you make a demand. What do you want to hear, Media Wench?
What do I want to hear?
What do you want to hear?
I want to hear Time Traveler by Periscope.
All right. Well, this is Time Traveler by Periscope off of their album Resurfaced. And if you're listening to the podcast, then we'll see you next Tuesday. But if you are tuned in live, don't go anywhere because we aren't.
It took Chip forever to read the show out. Thanks for listening, everybody. Make sure you follow our Twitch channel. Good night. I love you.
This clock is old and busted. These hands
at some point we are going to have to do a whole show about how good this show sounds.